Something that Joe Rogan and Russell Brand miss, that they don't see, and that's also a problem with the conspiracy theories, is not necessarily if they exist or don't exist, or the things that we experience. And Joe Rogan seems like a super nice guy. I don't know, he seems, definitely doesn't seem like he would bend to anyone's will, and I think Russell Brand is the same, so that's good for them. But what they don't see is the higher spirituality. So you can take a lot of mushrooms, you can take a lot of ayahuasca, you can take a lot of things, but I see they don't go into the deeper mystical aspect of spirituality. It's like there's no willpower. I'm gonna explain it, okay? Don't get me wrong. Joe Rogan has a lot of willpower, but there's no spiritual willpower. Or I'm gonna explain it. If I have a genuine interest in true awakening to the self and living a loving life, then that genuineness is like a prayer. It's almost like a prayer. Or like Sri Krishnamurti said, it must be like, I'm paraphrasing it, the desire for liberation must be there and 100%. And if it's there 100%, the resonance in the universe will match with that genuine, heartfelt desire for freedom. And what I see with Joe Rogan and Russell Brand and some others that are interested in spirituality on a superficial level is that they're trying to get something from the outside, be it an interview, be it a psychedelic, be it something, and they consider that to be a spiritual experience, and then they talk about it, but there is no true inner genuine, I want to be liberated. I feel that there's something that I can be liberated from, and I want to be liberated from it. And you cannot have that from the outside. So whatever you take, be it, psychedelics, hallucinogenics, or mushrooms, whatever, it will never give you a true mystic spiritual experience. The only way to have a true mystic spiritual experience is by genuinely wanting to be liberated from that which appears. And that's why for me Muji as a spiritual teacher is so important, because he literally in every satsang he dissects with you personally until, like with Papaji, he dissects until there's nothing left anymore. And if you're truly genuinely open to the awakening to the self, then it will eventually come. And I listened to Muji for a whole year, every day, 1 or 2 hours. And after 1 year of listening, there was I call it kickback, the awakening, the awareness, recognizing the self. And from that, everything changed, because from that, I became a Tantra masseur, or kind of like the things that I did changed. So I was sitting in quiet and stillness. Then I received the message, become a Tantra masseur. So I massaged 1,000 women. And then COVID came. I used it as an opportunity to cocoon. Got my campervan, went on to a journey. Would have never believed that I would have done that before. Because of various blockages and stuff that in spiritual awakening got released. And so I remember that Sadhguru once said, well, let's leave that to another video, but basically what I'm trying to say is that if you truly want to be liberated from suffering and so forth, Russell Brand and Joe Rogan podcasts are not the way to go. It's good for entertainment, but if you want to really awaken, you have to go with Eckhart Tolle, with Muji, and even if you don't get it immediately or there's nothing for the ego there, you have to keep watching. Keep watching every day, and suddenly you do click. And what I enjoy though is that Muji and Eckhart Tolle get airtime on Russell Brand show. And I think in that way Russell Brand is more iconoclastic than Joe Rogan, because I don't believe that Joe Rogan ever had a truly spiritually awakened person on his show. Yeah. Just awaken to the self. It's gonna get exciting. 2023, it's gonna get exciting.